G'day guys, welcome to AFL Legends Unite. I'm Daryl Atkinson and today I'm going to be previewing the Brisbane Lions and Port Adelaide clash at the Gabba. Straightforward, this is going to be a smashing. Brisbane weren't too bad last week against the Dogs, however the Dogs did have, I think it was 17 more goals than the Brisbane Lions. It's just the Lions, obviously, they've got the youngest list in the, actually, yeah, was it 17? Hold on, no. Yeah, it was 17. Anyway, mainly because the Lions have the youngest list in the comp at the moment. So, obviously they've got a long way to go in terms of rebuilding, but they haven't been playing too bad of football. They've already won one game of football. But they are up against a powerhouse this year, a top four side, no doubt. And Port Adelaide is definitely a huge threat. They're coming off a 90-point smashing towards Carlton. So that was a pretty easy game for them. But there are a few questions about Port Adelaide I have. Now, average disposals is about 72% for the AFL at the moment for all teams. That's where Port Adelaide are at the moment, 72% in disposal efficiency compared to the Lions, 71%. So that's not actually too bad. The one thing that's probably getting me is efficiency inside forward 50, and that's 48% Lions, 51% Port. Like they're getting, and remember this is just OC count behind. It's counting all scoring shots. Bloody hate it, but 51% is still not a bad result compared to most teams in the AFL, And yeah, you look at inside 50, 61 Port, 48 Lions. No real surprises there in terms of the average there. Disposals, 358 Lions, 368 to Port Adelaide. Actually, that's quite low than what I was expecting from Port Adelaide. Decent sides actually have more than 400 in terms of average disposals. They got 368, so that's a bit lower than I was anticipating. Clearances are interesting. They're quite even. 40 Port Adelaide, 39 to the Brisbane Lions. Inside 50s, as I said, 61 to 48. Contested possession, 149 Port Adelaide and 136 to the Brisbane Lions. So I'm not too surprised there. In tackles, 69 to 68. That's actually quite interesting for me because it comes down to amount of pressure. And that's probably why the Brisbane Lions are playing decent football. Because they're getting plenty of tackling. They're forcing the ball to turn over. In fact, speaking of turnovers, I'm going to have a look at this. I won't be surprised. I'm not surprised. So intercepts, they got 65 to 71, so that's not too bad there. It's not too bad. However, the turnovers that they're giving away, which is not really much of a surprise because they are coming off, that was particularly against Richmond a couple of weeks ago, where they probably gave away a heap, 76% average to the Brisbane Lions to 66% to the Port Adelaide Football Club. So not really too many surprises there. A lot of messy situations, but they are a young side, so I'm giving them a lot of leeway. Average clearance is 39 to 40. That's actually what's getting me, because hit-outs are actually with the Brisbane Lions in terms of average, 46 to 40. So that's actually quite interesting. And it's no surprises, the average clearance is 16 to 15 in favour of the Brisbane Lions, so, that's probably where they're winning most of the games. And they're actually doing pretty well in terms of turnovers. When they're rebounding inside 50, they tend to score also. They seem to be able to get behind the opposition defence and run amok. As for Port Adelaide, obviously coming off that disappointing loss to... Coming off that disappointing loss, they actually won, and it wasn't so much disappointing. It was a 9-point flogging, Daryl, you bloody idiot. So yes, coming off that 90-point demolition against Carlton wasn't really much of a surprise. They're up against an extremely young list. In fact, I believe they only had 6-7 key players. The rest are just kids who haven't even played less than 50 games of football. Like, what were you expecting? So Gillon McLaughlin really fucked up there in terms of the fixture, and that's probably going to be Khan's last Friday night footy ever, but not ever, maybe for quite some time. But for Port Adelaide, they're on the right track. They're aggressive side. They're terrifying side, and they're capable of causing some damage in September. And they're going to cause severe damage to the Brisbane Lions heading into this game. It is 4:35 p.m, so it's going to be quite warm. It's going to be 26 degrees, sunny, but that shouldn't worry the Port Adelaide Football Club because Adelaide is also actually a warm city, so they should be used to that. But yeah, looking at the last 5 games for these two sides, and it's quite interesting to see Port Adelaide had back in 2013, round 18, they won by 9 points. They were extremely inaccurate, despite they had 9 more scoring shots. round 4 of 2014 was quite interesting. They had, wow, what is that? That's 28 more scoring shots than the Brisbane Lions. In round 4 2014, they won by 113 points. Absolutely murdered the Brisbane Lions. And that was at Adelaide Oval. And then they actually lost in round 7 to the Brisbane Lions in 2015, despite the fact that they had... actually, they had 2 less scoring shots against Brisbane Lions. Don't actually remember that game, but that's actually quite surprising. Port Adelaide Football Club then smashed them the next 2 times. And despite the fact that Brisbane actually were keeping up in the round 7 game in 2016, there should have been a way less margin. But last time they played each other, it was Port Adelaide by 94 points in a mauling at the Gabba round 19, 2016. So, you know, it's all with Port Adelaide. They're a decent side. They've got a very dangerous list, and they're more capable of causing some serious damage. Looking at players, I want to look at the average top 5 players, and these are going to be a mixture of both sides. I'm not going to go on one side and then I'm going to check it out. I'm going to do the top 5 in terms of disposal average, and no surprises. Tom Rockcliffe is number 1. That's 31 disposals average per game, with Dane Beams and Ollie Wines equal second with 3 disposals each, followed by Zorko on 27 disposals in terms of average, and Ebert also got 26 disposals average. In fact, yeah, that's what I figured, along with Pittard, who also got 26 on average. In terms of scoring, Robbie Gray is the most dangerous player in terms of scoring in this game. He averages 3 goals from behind, so that's quite dangerous, while Wingard and Zorko average 2 goals too. So not really a lot of surprises there. They've got quite for the Brisbane Lions, they've got quite a decent experience list. Not too bad there, but they do have a significant amount of youngsters. It's just their key players aren't really getting injured too much, so they're giving them up, particularly in the midfields where they're able to where their strength is usually at. And I'll give you a little hint, because here comes the lineups, and we set with the Brisbane Lions, of course, because it is a home game in the Gabba. And in the defence, we've got Gardiner, Andrews, Rich, May, McStay, and Cutler. So, you know, no real surprises there. So that's the defensive zone. And in the centre, we got Berry, Zorko, and Leicester, with the followers in Martin, Beams, and Rockcliffe. There you go, superior right there. Half forward and Taylor, Hipwood, McCluggage. Forwards in Robinson, Scutch, and Keys. Interchanges in Harwood, Beams, Robertson, and Close. So, you know, not to, you know, young kids will get there eventually. Emergencies in Walker, Clayton, and Barrett. Well, they're, yeah, okay, I get you. I don't know why they've got that there, but I'm just going to ignore that because it's just a little glitch here on the AFL website. But looking at the so Gardiner, Cutler, and Close comes in because Cox and Bastanak, along with Dawson, have been all omitted for poor performances last week. Looking at the Port Adelaide Football Club, we've got Ben Jones, Clury, Homps, I can't pronounce that. Who is he? Homsky comes in for Boak, who did his hamstring. Okay. Anyway, Broadbent, Jonas, and Pittard, along with the centres in Ebert, Wines, Polak, with followers in Ryder, Gray, and Popwell Pepper. Very dangerous, very dangerous so far. Half forwards in Young, Westhoff, Wingard, forwards in Gray, Dixon, and Trengrove. Interchanges in Hartlett, Unan, Impey and Houston, along with Menzies and Johnson, Palmer and Archie. So as I said, Omsk, Homsk, if that's how it's pronounced, it's a really weird name, comes in for Travis Boak, his hammy, and Hartley comes in for an omitted Johnson. So again now, I'm going to go Port Adelaide by 60 points. They'll absolutely smash the Brisbane Lions, and yeah, this is just going to be another day for the Brisbane Football Club, unfortunately. But that's it for me here at AFL Legends Unite, guys. I know I seem to be talking a lot fast. Just because it's extraordinarily late. It's midnight right now, so yeah, it is quite a bit late. I've been quite busy all day, but yeah. Anyway, good luck to both sides. I hope your team wins, guys, and you all take care, stay safe, and I shall see you in the next video.